Alright, my job tonight, we about to do a water pump swap on this 6.0 motor in a 2006, I believe it is. Yeah, 2006 Yukon XL Denali version. Got the 6.0 motor. We got a water pump we're going to swap out. That puppy was just leaking a little slow and out the weep hole, so we're going to swap her on out with another water pump we had. So that's about our job duty tonight. Change out this water pump. We're working outside. Got the burn barrel going. Gotta have a little heat. I think it's about 40 degrees. May not be too cold for some, but it's a little chilly for me. So, a simple water pump. We're gonna take off. Simple job. We're gonna take this hose off here. This hose, that hose, this upper radiator hose here. We have bolts here, I'm sorry, there, and then down there, and between there, and the water pump will come right on off there. We're going to take the belt off, tensioner there, take the belt off, take the hoses off, unbolt it, got new gaskets. Could use water pump because we have plenty of them. Got a lot of LS parts, so have them in stock, so stay tuned. All right, so changing out all the water pumps, we're gonna just jump right into it. I personally like to spray oil on all the clamps just to make them slide off easier. Well, actually, that's oil. That's soap and water. Same difference, lubrication. Lubrication on it. I thought it was WD. So spray on there. Tensioner pulley, 15 millimeter bolt. Take the tension off. Went the opposite way. Don't usually do it. There's the belt. Always inspect the belt also. All those, so many cracks within an inch is no good. This one's in decent shape, but we're gonna replace it anyway. We're gonna replace it. This is actually my personal vehicle. One of them anyway. All right, all 6 bolts on the water pump are 6 millimeter bolts. So I'm gonna get the clamps off. We'll take all the clamps off. I got multiple variety of pliers that I'm gonna use to take the clamp off. I like the little angle, long needle nose angle. They're good for clamps. So I'll take all the clamps off, and then take all the clamps off, then go to the bolts. Or take all the hoses off, then go to the bolts. Stand by. All right, we got all the hoses off except the upper one. It's a little easier because I like to stick a flat head and work it free. So we're gonna pull the water pump off first and then get that off. So like I said, all the other bolts are 6 bolts on the water pump are 10 millimeter. So we're gonna break them free. And then we'll take the impact and back them all the way out. I personally like to break them free by hand first before I go to put an impact on them. Like I said, it's only 6 of them, so break them free, which they're not on that tight. One thing about this block, this is the nice one. This is the LQ4 LS, so it's aluminum block and aluminum heads on it. Well, aluminum heads for sure. I don't know about the aluminum block. Don't quote me on that one, but it's definitely aluminum heads. The impact. Come on, back them all out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll be like the Sesame Street. 1, 2, All right, all 6 of them backed out. I'm gonna leave them in position. She'll just be able to pull this water pump off and break it free from the seal, and she can come out. There we go. So we got the water pump off, and got the water pump off. Well, I better get these bolts out here now. They should all be the same size. There really ain't no need to keep them marked. That's why I typically leave bolts in to keep them marked. So they're all the same size, so can't go wrong with them. And now I can take it and get the hose, road hose off. I like to take a flathead and break free underneath there. Just wiggle it around loosen it up, break it free, and just be careful not to slip off and stab yourself in the hand. Oh, it happens to the best of us. It happens to us all. The more you do it, likely, the more you use your tools, the likely you're gonna get injured by one. That's for sure. That's not even a debate. All right, and upper radiator hose off, and there you go. There's your water pump there. All we're gonna do is transfer the thermostat housing, which we have a new thermostat. We're gonna clean up down there, clean all the gasket off. Those are paper gasket, which this one's on there. The other one is still on the engine. So this one is on there. So we'll just want to show you if I can get it off. Oh, ain't that big of a threat. There you go. So they'll stick on there pretty good. So, and it's aluminum. So, yep, and the rubber gasket. So the other one's down there. So we'll get it off, and of course it's got to be the one that's underneath the alternator. So it'll be in a tight spot. That's okay. All right, that's that. We'll be putting a new one on here soon and let you know when she's on back and running. Okay, before I go back up with it, I want to show you guys what to look for. You see how this rust looking color is on this water pump? What happens is it's a thing they call a weep hole. That hole right there on the water pump is called a weep hole. When these rings and seals go bad inside the water pump, what you'll see, how you know it's your water pump, the true sign is you'll be driving your vehicle, shut it off, come back out. If you see a puddle of water underneath your car, likely it's the water pump going bad, and the water is running out that weep hole. When the pressure builds up, when it settles, it'll start running out. So that's a sign right there. Another thing is always flush out your system. Look at this. Look at this stuff that you don't see. That's inside the thermostat housing. Now, I don't know, as of right now, I don't know what to use to flush, but guess what? I got Google, and I'm going to find out, so I'll be flushing this out. I noticed it when also I was scraping some out here on the truck, and I was looking at that stuff, and then I'm like, oh, that is just gross. So I'm like, you know, I'm going to find out what they recommend on flushing it out, and we're going to flush it out. I do know that the Dex Cool, the orange stuff, it'll gel up and it caused problem in the beginning years. I mean, this is a 2006 model, but I mean, you know, oh, look at that. Look, oh my goodness. Yep. So, and then I've heard that it'll do some things too when you mix the green with the orange too. So who knows? Yeah, this water pump was destined to fail at some point with all this. Well, what is that? Is that a leaf or something? Well, you know, I wish I had some needle. I got some needle nose. I'm gonna get and pull that. Well, I'm gonna get a bolt right now. Try to pull that out and see what that is. Oh, just some flaky. It's just flaky buildup. Man, the stuff you don't know what your vehicle goes through. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna shut it down on this one. That's I'm gonna do all this cleaning up. Get the thermostat housing. I'll put another thermostat in there, clean everything up, and then I'll be putting it back on there. And I'm gonna end the video with this 7 minutes. Yeah, that's how you do a water pump. Let me know what you think.